Hey guys, it is Heather and we are here to make something super fun today. I'm making my oatmeal milk and honey soap, but I'm doing something, I'm calling it Bumble Honey. I've made some fun bath bombs to go with it. I'm using melt and pour little bumblebees for the top. I'm also taking little strips of bubble wrap to make honeycomb designs, and I'm going to pipe a little whipped cream spot. I'm going to put them in this mold. It's my Crafter's Choice slab mold. I'm really excited about it, and then I'm going to drizzle a little bit of melt and pour over the top so it looks like melted honey. So we have our goat's milk, we have Kaolin Clay, colloidal oatmeal, honey powder, Copper Sparks mica for the swirl. I'm going to use a natural base, and I'm going to save a little bit of aside and add some titanium dioxide to it to give it a nice creamy bit for the top piping. But okay, let's get started, guys. I'll put the lye water in. Now the lye water has a little bit of salt in it as well as sodium lactate. I think I've said it in another video that I'm kind of doing a little test here to see how hard that makes the bars, because I really do like the sodium lactate. Okay, I'm going to give that a buzz. I'm going to go ahead and put in my Kaolin Clay, my colloidal oatmeal, and my honey powder. Okay, now I'm going to add in my milk, which is goat's milk. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and put in my fragrance oil. And blend that up. Now I'm using a Rustic Escentuals oatmeal milk and honey. Okay, I have a very light trace, although it does seem to be thickening up a bit. So I'm going to go ahead and pour off my, I have a little copper sparks there, pour off my white. I don't want a bunch, just enough. And then I'm going to pour off my copper color. You definitely want more copper. But the soap itself will be predominantly this lovely creamy color. Now, of course, when I was blending up, I accidentally knocked over my copper spark, so I have to make just a little bit more of that. Now, I am not making a separate frosting. I'm just going to use the same batter for the frosting. As you can see, a lot of times I'll do a separate frosting with cocoa butter. But in this instance, I just want to use the same soap. I want it to all be that same lovely oatmeal, milk, and honey soap. Okay, now let's get the mold. And I'm going to pour right in the middle. And it's definitely thickening up on me, so we should be able to get some pretty good swirls out of it. A little bit of a faux funnel almost. bang it down just a bit. I'm going to pour just a little bit over here. I want to make sure these bars get the same coloration. Okay, it's definitely thickening up now, so let me go around. And I am definitely scraping the bowl as clean as possible. We want nothing at all left in the bowl. There we go. And then the same goes here. Making my circle in the opposite direction and leaving nothing at all in the bowl. Normally I leave some in the bowl for the top, but this time I'm going to do a bit of a swirl. So let's shake it down. And start swirling. There we go. I'm going to shake it down just a little bit more because I don't want the texture. I just want the design. Make sure there's none on the edges. Now it just so happens that this table that I'm on is a little bit uneven, so I'm trying my best to even it out without messing up the design. Okay, next up is to take the bubble wrap, and it has already been sprayed once, but I'm going to spray it one more time with alcohol. And we are going to press it in to the top of the soap. We're going to do the same thing with the bottom. And this is what's going to make the honeycomb design. And then we'll do it right in the middle. And we're going to line it up with these edges right here because we still want to be able to put our dollops of the, what looks like little drops of cream on top. And we'll put one on each individual bar. Now that's what's next. is to take our titanium dioxide. Let me shake it up really well because our soap is thickening up. We'll pour some titanium dioxide in here, and as you can see, it's really thick now. We're going to mix it in really well. Okay, now I just need to let this set up a bit before I pipe on my little dollops. So we'll be back when it's ready. Guys, I'm back. The soap is thickened up a little bit more. It's still a bit runny, but it's enough to make it the nice little dollops that I'm looking for. I've already kind of scored the soap top so it has something to stick to. And they're just like little dollops of cream. And they don't have to be perfect, and they don't have to look exactly alike. I just want them to be nice and creamy. Let me see, a little bit more there, a little bit more there. Oop, I've just lost a little bit, but that's okay. There we go. And next up is to place the bumblebees, and I'm laying them right on top of the cream, just like that. And I have sprayed each one with alcohol so that it will stick really well. Move that one over just a little bit because I want to make sure that my lines are still even. I don't want to cut through any of my embeds. And this is why I wanted it to thicken up, because I definitely wanted it to be able to hold the bumblebees. There we go. And next up is to take my melt and pour, as you can see right here. And I'm going to heat it up just a little bit more because it's sort of solidifying a bit. I don't want it to be too hot because then I won't be able to use the pipette to get it out. But I do want it warm enough to be able to drizzle. And I'm going to have it drizzle down the top of the cream, right behind the honeybee, so that it looks like honey spilling over the cream. Definitely trying to keep it nice and warm because I don't want it to get stuck in the pipette, because sometimes it will try to solidify inside. guys, it is Heather and I am back to cut the Bumble Honey Soap. Now I am going to follow closely the lines that I made indentions on, but they're not going to be exact because I realized after I made my markings that they weren't even. So now I'm trying to make them that. Okay. There we go. Okay. Okay. And I think I've said it before, hand cutting soap is just no joke at all. We have our bumblebees on their little cream beehives with the melt and pour drizzle for honey and the honeycomb. And they smell incredible. I used these as my example when I was teaching about the history of soap making. And to a bunch of school-age children. And they loved it. Truly, truly loved it. Here we go. Super cute soaps. I do believe these may be some of my favorite oatmeal milk and honey type soaps that I have ever made. I don't know if I said this earlier, but these soaps have actually been, they were in the mold for about a week because I was using it as my sample or example soap. And because I was doing that, I left it in the mold longer than I would ever normally leave a soap in a mold. Okay, turn it. And so it's nice and hard now. But that doesn't stop the inside from being a little bit sticky. All right, guys. Now I am just cutting through these, and as you can see, they're definitely ready to go. The glycerin soap that's on the top, the melt and pour, does have a little bit of glycerin dew on it because had it outside showing the kids the soap, and also when I was showing them on the indoor event, I had windows open and it's been really humid, and so that humidity kind of collected on the bumblebees. But the soap itself is gorgeous, smells gorgeous, and the kids loved it. And I genuinely can't wait to put these up on the website because I'm super proud of these soaps. And here you have it, you guys. This is the Bumble Honey Soap, which is fragrance with oatmeal milk and honey. And this is Heather from H&P Artistry, wishing you luck, love, and a really great day, guys. Bye.